Hey, what's going on? Dr. Ben Glass. I just wanted to take this time to tap in with you and just share some perspectives about the transition from going and being a student to an entrepreneur. Now, this transition did happen for me twice, if not three times. The first time was probably when I got my first job, and actually, nope, because I was an employee, and that's what most people do is they coast through life just getting job after job being an employee. So this video is hopefully going to help you better understand how to transition based on what I learned in my transitions. The first transition I had was probably from going to being a chiropractic student to a chiropractor, and thinking for myself, what does the most inspired version of me look like? Because I felt that I needed to be the best version of myself if I was going to be charging for my services. And so my transition to entrepreneurship was, how can I build the most value in my community? Because in order to make money, which is the energetic exchange of our society right now, you need, maybe crypto's coming in the future right now, 2020, but you need to be able to provide some value. And for me, it was with my hands. I had already had jobs working as a personal trainer and a massage therapist prior to going to graduate school for chiropractic. But I knew that I was going to be a chiropractor. And although I was able to charge for my services in student clinic in school, I wasn't 100% clear that I had the value to charge the money. Especially because, I didn't really know how much I would pay at that moment. If being that I had no money, how much money am I really willing to spend to see the chiropractor? Not a lot. So I definitely was having an internal battle. And so regardless of the type of entrepreneurial path that you take, you're going to have an internal struggle. You're going to have those challenges, and just love yourself, just provide yourself with some supportive inner dialogue, like, okay, you really don't, have a beginner's mindset. Every single day you wake up as an entrepreneur, you should have a beginner's mindset where you recommit to add more positive choices and remove some of the negative choices from your day-to-day, because the cumulative factor of day in and day out practicing your entrepreneurial teaching, communication abilities, your selling, your presentation skills, your actual services, making sure that they're top notch, that you have an over delivery of value, and that you promise very little, right? Under promise, over deliver. And so that transition though is crazy, especially if you have no savings. So luckily I was able to take a family loan out, which not very many people have that ability to do. But if you do have it, I recommend you take it. I'll speak first to the people who do have the ability to take a family loan out, and then I'll provide a couple of other contexts. So when you're moving from being a student to maybe opening your own architecture firm, or maybe starting your own gym, or who knows, whatever you're trying to do, maybe this is you starting your own chiropractic practice, you're going to have to come up with some money to invest in your startup or your new entity, right? You're going to need to pay the fees to get a space, a physical space. If you do have services you need to provide there, and you're normally going to have to have somewhat of an idea of how you're going to make money, the services you're going to offer. So for me as a chiropractor, the benefit I had was I was really only offering one service. I was keeping it simple. I had my chiropractic table, which was portable and transferable everywhere I went. So my first transition from student to entrepreneurship, I actually would carry my chiropractic table around the streets and just offer my services to different people. Now, granted, I did secure a little space for free in the local community health clinic, where I was able to charge some people, pay what you can, pay what you want. And I was able to not only make enough money to live on by walking around the streets with my table, but I was also able to secure some housing from some people that I met as patients at that clinic. And being an entrepreneur, it's 0 to 100 real quick. Within the first week of me setting up shop at this local basic free clinic, community health clinic, I was on an island. So it was unusual circumstances, but excuse me for a second. Hello? Yes. George, what's up, man? I'm not so bad. How are you? Everything's okay. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on one sec. Let me just look at my schedule, okay? Is there any way you could do 10:45? George, is there any way you can do 10:45? How about 12? How about 12 noon or 12:15? All right, perfect. I'll see you tomorrow then, okay? Thank you so much. I understand. I'll see you in the morning. All right. Bye. So where was I? Oh, the transition to entrepreneurship. That's entrepreneurship right there. Just having your phone, being able to make appointments from your phone. Anyway, so I just wanted to publish this just to share a little bit of insights, just to keep flowing with it. When you're getting, all right, so for the people that can get a family loan, what I see often happens is you haven't established yourself, so you bite off way too little. You don't set yourself up with a structure that you can grow into. So ideally, you don't create such a small structure that you can't really grow or be any bigger. Especially with a service, you need space. So anyway, I had a space that I could grow into. That was a good move. I kept my overhead as low as possible. So, cut out the majority of subscriptions that you're not using or that you don't need. They're not really helpful for you growing your entrepreneurial muscle. But there are some subscriptions that you will need to sign up for that just allow you to do business, right? You'll have to set up a merchant processor. You'll have to learn about how much ads cost, or how to build a website, or at least how to build some sort of lead magnet on the internet. Obviously, doing live broadcasts like this are really helpful. So these are all just things for you to consider, think about. I hope that some of this was helpful for just giving you guys an understanding that moving into entrepreneurship, you're going to need to come up with some money. So for people that don't have the ability to take a student loan, or a family loan, you gotta develop relationships with the banks, because they're willing to loan you money if you've proven to them that you can manage it correctly. So if you know that you're going to be making the transition from student to entrepreneurship, say 6 months before, or even 3 years before, if you know that your end game is to become an entrepreneur, you got to start building your credit, because your credit is going to allow you to start a business, and you're going to leverage that credit to access the capital that you need to start that business. There's never been a more popular time to be an entrepreneur. I mean, yes, we have more people in the world, but in the digital era, in the era of creativity, you need to become an entrepreneur, even if you have a job. Just keep going towards entrepreneurship, because you get to set your own hours. You can basically hold yourself accountable to do certain things, and then you could begin to delegate by outsourcing once you get stronger. Or if you have the capital to start off and you absolutely need somebody to be your assistant, that's an option too. I don't think that's a bad idea. We all need help, and there's things that we're good at that we're able to do, and there's things that we're not good at that we should be delegating to other people so that they can help us make them happen. Otherwise, they won't happen, and your business will suffer. So anyway, please ask some questions, leave some comments. If this was helpful for you, hit me up, let me know. All right. And hit the subscribe button. We getting it popping this year.